What's up? Liz Wilcox here, the Fresh Princess of Email Marketing. But I'm also known for something else. I'm also known for this little $9 a month membership that I have, email marketing membership to be exact. Shout out SEO and the gang. Does SEO exist anymore? Somebody email me and let me know their take on SEO nowadays. Anyway, this is episode 77. Did I say that? We're listening to the Email Sound Booth podcast. And today I mentioned my membership because today I want to share with you really quickly 3 misconceptions people have about my low cost, low ticket membership. So let's get into it. And I get these a lot when I hear about low ticket versus high ticket and when people say they want to start a low ticket membership, things like that. So this is kind of the misconceptions I think people have. So if you're thinking of a low ticket membership, this episode is for you. So the first thing that I hear all the time is your customers must suck. $9. Oh my gosh, I charge high rates because I don't want to deal with those people. Hello. Ew, that is such a gross way of thinking. Honestly, it's my podcast. I can cry if I want to. I cannot stand that line of thinking. It is so, I don't know, dare I say elitist of people to be like, oh my gosh, well, I like a higher clientele. And so I charge high prices because, the cheaper I charge, the worse the customer is. It's like, okay, well, maybe you don't know how to implement boundaries and expectations. Maybe it's not the customer. Maybe it's partly you. And no, I'm not here to play the blame game, but I have found the exact opposite. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of $9 customers, and oh my goody goodness, they are the best people on earth. If you are listening and you are a member of Email Marketing Membership, thank you. You're a godsend. I love you. My life could not be the way it is without you. I don't think these types of customers suck. Now, every once in a while, yeah, you get a rotten apple, but that is every kind of client, right? Hello, have you ever seen Devil Wears Prada? That, Meryl Streep's character is like this bougie, super high end, loves everything fancy. And she is a BIT, need I go on? She's like the worst kind of employer. Now I know, versus client, but I don't want to work with people like that. And so I've just seen the opposite. When you give someone something of high value for a low price and you are just your authentic self, those people really, really find value and hold stock in that. I haven't really encountered, of course, like I said, there's always a bad apple in the bunch, but I've seen such gratitude for my product. And not to mention, I feel so freaking grateful, right? $9. I can turn my computer off at night. I can take Fridays off if I want to, because they know they're paying me $9 and they know that, for that $9 price tag, I'll get to it when I can get to it. Not that I'm purposely putting stuff off, but I also have a life. And, if you were paying me $100 to $300 a month, I would feel like my life is you. And I don't want to feel that way. So again, the first misconception is the customers are stingy or in general, they suck. I've found that to be the complete opposite. My customers, my members are so full of gratitude. They're so fun. They're so helpful and they take action. That's another thing. At $9, they can't, I need to pay for something, a lot of money to take action. Okay. Well, then you can join Kennedy of Email Marketing Heroes. He'll charge you $2,000 up front. Not to say his stuff isn't good, but if that's you, that's where you need to go. But I find that if you are a solid leader, it doesn't matter how much money people are giving you, you can spur them into action. Now, that isn't to say I don't believe in, putting money down to get something done. I do that all the time. It's like, well, I'm paying for it, so I'm going to double down. But for my customers who are beginners or beginning in email marketing, $9 is enough to spur them into action. And they totally rock. They're the best customers in the entire world. My gosh, I feel like Britney Spears in 2002. She's so lucky. All right. Now, another misconception people have about my low ticket offer is that you've got to have an upsell or another offer to make the majority of your money. Again, I say, ha, ha, ha. Y'all, I'm just a contrarian, truly. I really don't have an upsell. My upsell from the $9 is the annual, which is 9 times 12, $108. That's pretty much, I have one-off workshops and things. I'll sell them throughout the year, but they aren't big pushes. People can go to lizwilcox.com/products and purchase whatever they want at any time. But even without those products, I still would have made close to $500,000 in 2024 just from this $9 membership, right? I didn't need the other workshops. And that is insane. Now, granted, I do not run ads. Every once in a while, I'll do a sponsorship of an event. But the majority is like truly organic marketing. Now, I do spend a lot of time doing free marketing like summits, podcasts, in-person speaking gigs, etc. But my membership is pretty darn profitable. For the last 2 years, I spent at least 30%. So, for every $9 I'm making, I'm profiting, over $2. That's just sitting in the bank, right? And last year I looked it up, I had over 21,000 transactions through Thrivecart, which is insane because I also have Samcart. I didn't look up how many transactions were over there, but it's probably another 1 to 3,000 transactions. It's insane. So you don't have to have an upsell or another way to make the majority of your money, but you do have to have a plan if you're going to do low ticket to get that high volume and to keep your business lean so you can actually make a profit. All right. Now, this third one is kind of switching gears that some people think, especially they look at my membership, in the first year we had 1,000 people. By the second year, we had 3,000. But in the last 2 years, we've only grown by like 1,500 members. And so a common misconception, because those first 2 years, it sold like hotcakes, and it still sells really well, is that, this membership is an easy sell. Now, don't get me wrong. Asking for $9 is not that complicated. But because I need high volume, I've worked really hard over the last 4 years to gain over 4,000 active members at the time of this recording. And it can be a grind at first. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of believing in yourself. And you need something that sells pretty much every day. So this one I wanted to include because a lot of people want to start $9 memberships, and maybe you are thinking of it. But my friend, it's not going to be easy street if you want this to be some kind of full-time income or a large branch of your business. You've got to go out and find those people. Selling it once you've found it, sure, super simple. My main way to sell it is, can I have $9, right? I just straight up ask, right? But finding those people, that's the difficult part. That's where I've had to do, close to 300 podcasts in 3 years, doing, hundreds of digital summits and other digital events, right? That's the grind. That's the hard part that a lot of people don't really think about when they get excited for their $9 thing. So when I started my $9 a month membership, I had 800 people on my list. Even if I got 800 people in the membership, like every single person converted, that wouldn't be enough, to make a living. So I need to go out and find more. And I've done that with podcasts. And in 2025, I'm doing that by creating my YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, please go to watchliz.com and subscribe from there. I'm also doing it with this daily podcast, right? We are on episode 77. I've had close to 30,000 downloads so far. And just in about just every episode at the end, I pitch the membership. I'm constantly talking about it. So while sure, maybe it's an easy sell, but finding the people to buy it is much more difficult. All right, so let's recap here. 3 misconceptions. Number 1, the customers suck. I've found that to be totally untrue. I love my customers. I've set good boundaries, and expectations is probably a better word of, what is expected from me and what is expected from them. A second misconception is that this is the bottom or the top of the funnel and I've got lots more sales coming down the pipeline. That's just not the case. Almost 90% of my business is with this $9 thing. And then the third misconception is, this is an easy sell. $9, everyone's going to buy it. That's simply not true. It's going out and finding the right people to buy it is much more difficult. All right. That's episode 77. If you are interested in the membership and you're not in there yet, of course, join. $9 a month. It's in the show notes. Email marketing membership every single week for $9. Yes, you get a weekly template for your newsletter to take and make your own, access to monthly Q&As, quarterly guest experts, and a lot more awesomeness. $9 a month. Link in the show notes. As always, I am Liz Wilcox. You are amazing, and I'll see you on the next episode.